Well, today's experience was very enlightening, and it's mainly about rest. We should rest our body, our mind, and if we rest ourselves, we could have more time to serve the Lord, and we won't be angry and with moods and with disappointments. You rest your soul, you rest your mind, and you have time to come into the Word of God. It was very enlightening today, and very good. I had a lot of things I didn't know I took for granted, but rest is the key.
Basically, I got out today that I need to focus more on spending time with the Lord in rest, that I don't have to run around like a maniac. That's not effective. That's not helpful for God's kingdom, and it's not helpful for me. Planning the three kinds of rest: the daily rest, the weekly rest, and the extended rest, because I do it haphazardly. So, but just to take the time to really plan and make that time important, and don't let anyone interfere with that time, that you're not being selfish by doing that, but you're actually doing what God commanded.
We just need to rest, and we have work, school, some people have kids and stuff, but we just need to take the time out to rest. We spoke about extended rest, about weekly rest and daily rest, and we really need that, because otherwise our minds aren't going to be in it, or spiritually we're going to be like spent, and we won't be thinking properly.
The message today was good for me, but I feel like I have people in my life that don't get a lot of rest. And I thought the message was awesome. You have to make time so that you can get closer with God, and that you hear His word more when you have time to rest.
Rest and the importance of rest. How vital it is to have rest. Rest affects your attitude. It affects the way you live, the way you sleep, the way you breathe, the way you interact with people. And that's the reminder that I got, that we have to rest, not only daily, but weekly. And if we can't do the extended rest, as Pastor talked about, we should at least try to have the daily and weekly rest until we're able to get that extended rest.
From today's service on rest was truly the principle of balance. I think it's very important that as we go throughout our days and our weeks, we understand that we have school, we have work, we might be parents, we have families, we have children. There's so much many directions that we're pulled in, but at the end of the day, we need to remember that we won't be able to function in excellence and effectively if our temples are worn down. And I know for me, even in my own personal life, I think that the message was perfect timing, because I do so much. I have 2 jobs, and I'm in a Christian sorority, and I come to church, and it's just so much that you have to do. You get so caught up in it needs to get done, that you don't rest, you're tired, you don't spend time with your family, and sometimes you gotta create that balance. So, and obviously retreating to definitely fill yourself back up with the word. We pour out so much that we forget to fill it back in. So I know for me, I'm gonna take it upon myself this week to just have one off day to just spend it doing nothing. So exercise your ministry of no and
do all this extra stuff, basically. But I think what touched me about the message was this deep down, this heightened level of importance of like me being a part of something in order to make it happen. Like, I've always wanted to believe that if I don't show up, it's not going to come together, and I've felt that that's something that was something that I could identify with within me, that I could actually, I'm not being disobedient by actually resting. I don't have to be overcome with guilt for actually saying no and staying in the house and hanging out with friends.
So today's message is basically about the importance of rest, and how through rest we can get in touch with that quiet time that we encounter God, which leads to our salvation. I'm somebody who I think I have a pretty good balance on rest. I see its importance, especially when spiritually I kind of get weary. So whenever I feel like that, I get back into it and okay, I need my rest now. I need to take a break. So this message, I would probably mostly share it with people that I know that struggle with this, that just take a lot on their plate and do a lot of things and don't take that time for themselves. So it's really important, and it's important for us to share that.
Both experiences were amazing. I am getting some rest after this. I need this sermon every now and then to remind me that if God rested, then I should make time to rest as well, and that I am not that important that I can't. And to also take an extended rest, an extended vacation. Sometimes that's necessary.
Today was balancing your life and the importance of balancing, your work life, but also getting rest. And oftentimes, even as Christians, we want to work and just work really hard, and we forget about maintaining a peaceful rest. And then that kind of takes us away from spending time with God and our quality time, which then gets us off kilter, because when temptation comes, we're not prepared or equipped because we didn't spend that restful time with the Lord. And then we wonder when tragedy happens and we're not equipped for it, or when we get depressed, or when our mind is like in 1,000 directions, because we're not even taking even a siesta, which other countries take, daily, and even that weekly, just one day out of the week. Maybe doing our chores, cramming it in during the week, and then maybe have one day out of the weekend just to totally rest and just have a good time. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money either, just carving it in.
I think today's experience was exactly what I was supposed to hear. I'm actually going on vacation tomorrow, and I can tell you that I walked in a little tired, and I know that I overwork rather than overrest or get any rest at all. So I think I really needed to hear what he was talking about, and I learned a lot. I wasn't even aware of, but I will rest after hearing that lesson.